Alright, go ahead, DeadBoy. Can you go ahead and send that skin? Alright, that's fine. I'm Skeptic. He has Sukuna over Gojo. And just to preface it for the recordings, well, I literally have an hour. So after an hour, I have to go. It's not me, like, ducking or just doing some shit. I already told DeadBoy I have an hour. Yeah, that's fine. Get what you need. Oh, shit. Alright.
Okay. All right, right here. Was there when Rock was on? Or, yeah, it's looking the scans.
Yeah, I'm looking in scans right now.
So basically, he says, "You're the one who will reach your limit. I've seen it all before. Sorcerers, cursed spirits. It doesn't matter. The only ones who are able to transcend beyond being merely strong."
Alright, so what are you asserting with this? You're asserting that Sukuna is above, like, sorcerers?
And then, like, that's just that's like another translation. If you want another translation, they all say the same thing.
Yeah, go ahead, because if I remember correctly, the last time you sent this, it was a completely different trans. Yeah. I mean, like, is there, like, what's the official trans for JJK? Like,
I don't know, bro. I have both translations. It's fine. They all kind of say the same thing. You can get the same. If Japanese is translated off context, contextually, I know what they're talking about. I'm about to send it to you though.
oh god.
Which is probably this translation I'm about to send now. It's probably like way easier to use anyways. Right here.
Yeah, this is the one I remember that you sent prior. So, do you want to go with the second one?
Bro, they all mean the same thing.
I mean,
It literally all means the same thing.
sorcerers doesn't matter. Transcend beyond merely being strong. I mean, I would rather just go with whatever's the official translation for JJK.
I mean, you can do that, but I'm saying I can use both because they both assert the same thing.
I mean, the way in which that thing is stated are different. It is different.
It doesn't. Okay, so if you agree that they assert the same thing, but it's just, I don't know, reworded differently, then it doesn't matter. It's literally the same thing. That's an agree. You just agree that it says the same thing. It doesn't matter. Like a Japanese is translated out of context. They both translate to this context. This context, I can argue for it to be the same thing. Then it's fine. A calamity is a natural disaster. He literally says like the same thing. Overwhelming aggression, overwhelming sense of self.
So what are you asserting with this? We can just get into that via just depending on
It just verbatim put in both scans. Verbatim puts him above sorcerers, cursed spirits.
So the guy that's making this claim or making this statement is the guy with the earrings, right? I think you said his name was Ryu or whatever.
That's not the guy with the earrings is Sukuna. The guy that makes the statements would be Ryu Ishiguro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The guy who's making the statement is the Ryu guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Ishiguro, yeah.
All right. So, can you like tell me why this guy has adequate knowledge to make a statement in comparison of Sukuna, right? His strength in comparison to whoever like these the top sorcerers, right? Because it says is the horizons of sorcerers,
Yeah,
cursed spirits, and
Gojo.
strong
Wait,
fighters.
Yeah, I got you. Sukuna
Yeah.
is like a known, like a known person. It took 1,000 sorcerers to like even like land a scratch on him, and then like no one can actually kill his remains and stuff like that. So with this statement's not again a comparison or contrasting to a certain character, right? This is just putting Sukuna at this certain pedestal within the series, as Gojo's statements aren't necessarily saying that he is necessarily stronger than someone else than a specific person. They're just making a general statement, and that would be quite disingenuous to not put Gojo's statements into question two, right? Which obviously you wouldn't do since
So
you're
okay,
taking
so
the skeptic
before we get
stance.
into Gojo's statements, right? Because you first said that you're asserting that via this that Sukuna, right, is like above like the sorcerers, above these cursed spirits, etc. Can we like attack that before we get into the Gojo statements,
No,
right?
it's what I just said can coincide with like what is going on here. My argument is what I said was, which like you could probably listen more because
I mean,
you probably
what
misheard what I said.
I don't believe you really addressed any what I said whatsoever. I asked you to prove
Yeah,
that this Ryu guy
wait,
has
okay, I
adequate
did.
knowledge to
Wait
make
a
this
minute.
statement
Wait a
hold
minute.
any
Wait a minute. Wait a
value,
minute.
and
Wait
then
a
you
minute.
went
Wait a
ahead
minute.
and said and
I
compared
did.
this statement to a Gojo
What? Okay.
statement.
Is that the only thing you think I said?
That's not the only thing you said, but you
All
didn't
right. So
address.
do you
I don't
not? Do
believe
you
you
not
addressed
think?
what I
So
said.
do you not think anything else I said within there would tell you how Ryu would know this such a thing? You
That
don't
he
think
would
so?
know about Gojo's strength. I don't think you said anything about how you know. We can go to we can conclude right now.
So Sakazuki, so can you reiterate your argument? Are you asking does he know about Gojo's strength? Or are you saying does he know about
I
Sukuna's
said
strength?
okay, so DeadBoy, since you're telling me I need to listen, I think maybe you should listen, right?
I
I said
have
this statement, right, is making a comparison between sorcerers and Sukuna's strength, and I'm asking you to provide why Ryu's knowledge would be adequate enough to give this statement value for both sides. So that means not only will you have to prove that he would have adequate knowledge on Sukuna's strength, he would also need knowledge upon Gojo's strength. Yeah, go ahead.
Sakazuki,
Yeah.
you never responded to what I said afterwards where I tell you how Ryu would know about Sukuna's strength. Do you want me to repeat myself or do you want me to repeat myself or do you want
sure,
to
go ahead, repeat yourself. Go ahead, repeat
Because I
yourself.
promise you never responded. Quote unquote, Sukuna is a legend. Everyone knows about Sukuna, and it took 1,000 sorcerers in the Golden Age to take him out.
All right.
That is quite what's in yes.
All right,
and then even so, they can't even kill him. Literally.
All right. So first, right? Can you go ahead and prove?
Wait a minute. So that should be my justification upon why I think they would have some type of knowledge on Sukuna.
All right. Can I respond to that now?
Go ahead.
All right. So you believe? Is it like stated, or do you like believe that there's actual justification for Ryu knowing about this?
I mean, obviously, he would know that he's from 400 years ago. It's a legend. Gojo knows about it from 1,000 years ago.
Okay, so Gojo knowing about it doesn't necessitate Ryu knowing about it.
Wait, stop cutting me off. Gojo would know about it, and it's 1,000 years ago. It happened 1,000 years ago, and then Ryu's obviously citing some type of information of Sukuna, which the same information that Gojo knows about Sukuna. It's fine to say Ryu would know it too, because they both essentially say the same thing. The King of Cursons, they're both bigging up his strength, so it's fine. Do you want me to go get you those statements?
What about Ryu talking about him being King of Curses?
No, Gojo does.
Yeah. Go ahead and provide the Gojo scans, then provide Ryu saying the same thing.
I mean, okay, again, I don't think you're like listening to me. So
is that not what you just said? I mean, this is on recording.
Slow down. I don't want to get into yelling fest. What I directly said was, if you need to open your ears, this Ryu statement essentially says the same thing of the Gojo statement. So you're asking me to provide which of these niggas having knowledge, but they're obviously making a knowledge claim within a famous figure from a point in time where they both exist at. Like, that's retarded. It's literally retarded. You're telling me to go give you a knowledge claim about an important figure. Like, do I need to go tell you prove to you that I have knowledge on fucking Barack Obama. I'm
Once
going like
okay, so once
I'm around at the
again,
same
right?
time.
Dead boy,
I'm
dead
gonna,
boy,
I'm gonna get,
dead
I'm gonna get
boy,
the scam. I'm gonna get the scam. I'm gonna get
dead
the
boy.
scam. I'm gonna get the.
You agreed to this topic knowing I haven't read the
wait.
series. I'm just asking you to prove something so I can have so I can like understand it
Okay.
about your argument. You can like get mad all
listen,
you want,
listen,
try to
listen,
attack me all you want.
That
I'm
was
just asking
that
you.
was my argument, Sakazuki. That was my argument from the jump. I literally said these both scans are implying they have some type of knowledge on Sukuna. But I mean, unless you're gonna lie and say, just be disingenuous again and say Gojo's statement is wrong, which is retarded, you just have to just accept this. Here you go.
Let me read this.
Ryoma Sukuna
I'm reading.
is a demon of lore. I'm just reading out like the important parts. So is he really famous? I hope you know what famous means. But the truth is, he was a human that existed although 1,000 years ago in the golden age of Jujutsu sorcerers, had sharpened their skills and finally defeated him. With the title of Ryoma Sukuna, he would traverse the ages after his death as a cursed object. We Jujutsu sorcerers wouldn't even be able to destroy his remains. Without a doubt, he's a king of curses, literally. So that's bigging up the fact that he is a legend.
All right, so then can you repeat why Gojo saying this, right, would prove that Ryu also has this knowledge?
Okay.
Oh my fucking god.
This proves that he would have the same knowledge because they're both bigging up the fact how strong Sukuna is.
That's
right?
just okay.
Wait, so do not cut me off. You don't know what I'm about to say. Please don't cut me off. Please listen to what I have to say. Please listen to what I have to say. This both means they would have the same knowledge, unless you think one of them are just being I don't know, they're wrong or something, but he obviously admits to the fact that he's a legend, he's famous. So Ryu would have some type of knowledge on him because, again, he was around the same time period as Sukuna was, and then he would obviously know about him because he's famous, he has lore. So
wait,
there's
so
no
Sukuna was from...
Wait a minute. No, Sukuna lived for a long time. So for you to quite honestly say that Ryu's statement holds no value is disingenuous, because that means no one's statements on Sukuna in the series would hold no value, because they all get their information from the same place. And Ryu's information would be more solid because he should be alive at the same time Sukuna is.
You just made so many claims. All right, so I'll just start with the most recent thing you said. So the most recent thing you said was that they all get their information from the same place. Can you go ahead and prove that?
You just don't listen to me. You just don't
listen. You just said they all get their...
Why did I say that? Why did I say that? Can you repeat my argument? I don't think you listen. I mean,
you just rambled and made like 6 points. I was going to ask you to repeat. I addressed the most recent thing you said. I was going to ask you to repeat the other stuff.
You repeat my argument.
Can I repeat the entirety of your argument? So you started off...
No.
Okay, yes, I will...
The part that you obviously have put into question. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Or is it coming out one ear going out the other?
You started by going. Do
you know why they have the same information?
If you're trying to dismiss Ryu's
do you know why they have the same information?
Huh?
Do you know why they have the same information?
I cannot hear you. You did not.
Do you know why? Do you know why they would have the same information?
Do I know why they would have the same information? No. Why would they have the same information, dead boy?
I'm going to tell you one time. I'm not going to repeat myself again. Because Sukuna is a legend and he has lore. His story was passed down from generation to generation. Obviously, Gojo reiterates the same story that everyone should know, right? So that would be disingenuous.
So you've just provided...
Wait, stop cutting me off. That would be disingenuous to say. That would be disingenuous to say Gojo has these type of information over Ryu when Ryu comes from Sukuna's time period, and they're both essentially saying the same thing.
So okay, can you show me Ryu coming from Sukuna's time period? Like, you make so many claims, you just don't let me address them. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's not my fault. My fault that your brain can't keep up right now.
It's not about me not being able to keep up. It's just you making a multitude of points without letting me address them. Like, hello?
Who in here reads JK? Y'all know the scan where Kenjaku tells Kashimo to go after Ishigori? Y'all can put the scan where Kashimo tries to go after Ishigori. Where Kashimo, what's the word? Kenjaku says he wants to go after Ishigori, but then Kashimo says, no, I want to kill Sukuna. I could post it in scans if y'all get it.
Let me read this. Something intriguing.
Looking scans.
I'm looking. What does this prove?
That he's alive at the same time Sukuna's him.
So which one in this scan is Ryu?
He says, I heard something intriguing in Michinoku. The greatest curse energy output ever happened in the Day of Providence. That's Ryu. I want me to show you a scan that Ryu has the greatest curse energy output.
Yeah,
Let me
sure.
go ahead and send that, so you know we're talking about the same person. Ryu has the greatest curse energy output.
That statement is so powerful. Oh my god.
It's also the most misleading statement in the entire manga. I don't know if it's one of them.
Right there. So the vertical cannon, and we know that fucking what's the word? We know that almost this nigga name Ishiguro can shoot cannons, so they're talking about the same person. That's just like, please don't rap. Then Sukuna said, he says, who's the strongest sorcerer you know? Sukuna. Then Kashima says, then I can fight Sukuna.
So, okay, so basically, I just want to repeat your argument so I can make sure I understand what you're saying. I don't want to straw man you. So you're basically saying that since this scan is saying that the greatest cursed energy output ever happened in Date Province, that this, like, at this same time, like, that's when Ryu had to be, like, from that time period because, like, he has the highest cursed energy output.
What? Like, what
Bro,
did
you just rambled. What the fuck?
What did you just say, bro? What?
So what's your argument here to prove that Ryu was alive during this time period?
Because Ryu is the person who has the highest curse energy output, and
Yes.
we know that he shoots cannons, and we know he's from a long time ago. As a thing from the Cullen Games is bringing sorcerers from the past. That's what we know.
Okay, so how do you know from what time period in the past? Because, like, are you saying the Sukuna just
you're
thinks...
You're not okay. I don't know if you're not comprehending. All you know is Kinjaku, Kashimo, and Sukuna are all alive at the same time period. So that's how Ryu would know about Sukuna, and that's
Kenjaku, Ryu, and who?
Kinjaku, Ryu, Kashimo, and Sukuna are all alive at the same time period. That's all you need to know.
And where does that say that?
Wait, what did you say?
I've already sent the scan.
Devil, what did you say?
So that's what I was asking you. That's why I was trying to, like, understand your argument. So, like, what part of this scan are you saying proves that Ryu was alive during that time period?
Let me read it here for you, bro. Ishigori that has knowledge on Sukuna because he's alive at this time period, and Sukuna is a legend. The same way I would have knowledge on, so I don't know, someone like Donald Trump or Barack Obama time alive at the same time period, when they're legendary figures, right? Okay. I sent you the scan of Kinjaku saying go after Ryu. Ryu's the person he's talking about when it says the greatest curse energy output, the vertical cannon. We know he's talking about Ishigori because Ishigori shoots cannons and he has the greatest energy output in the Cullen Games, and we know that the Cullen Games brings people from the past into the future to fight, within this war. So obviously we know he's a reference to Ryu. He says, Kashimo says, who's the strongest sorcerer you know? Sukuna. Then Kashimo says he wants to go after Sukuna.
All right, so first I'll start with, like, how you said, like, it would be similar to how, like, you would have, like, knowledge on Donald Trump or Barack Obama or whatever, right?
No way, this is the analogy.
So, essentially, right, so if you have a certain amount of knowledge on Donald Trump, while another person, right, who studies, like, presidents, studies, like, the government people within the government officials, right, would you agree that that person who's, like, studies it or is more familiar with that, like, sort of field, right, or is closer to that person would have more knowledge than you, right? Just because you're aware of the person, right? Aware of that person because of, like, their status.
This is completely irrelevant.
Why is it irrelevant?
What I'm saying?
No, it's not irrelevant. Why is it irrelevant? Why is it irrelevant? No, it's relevant. It is relevant. No, it is relevant. It is relevant. It is relevant. It is relevant.
You just want my argument?
No, it is relevant.
I'm not answering a relevant
Okay,
question.
you're not gonna answer it.
That's not.
All right, so I'll just continue. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue then. All right, so once again, so
you're gonna
therefore,
continue off what basis? You're gonna continue off the basis that I agree with you, or you're gonna continue off the basis that I don't want to respond to something I feel like is irrelevant?
I'm asking you, why do you believe it's irrelevant?
What are you gonna do?
Why do you believe it's irrelevant, DeadBoy? Why do you believe it's irrelevant?
We're gonna do your little debate.
Did you not just bring up that analogy?
What?
That it would be similar to how you would be aware of Barack Obama or aware of Donald Trump, right?
Yeah,
Is that not what you said?
Do you know why I brought up that analogy or not?
Why did you bring up the analogy? Because you're basically trying to say that like these famous figures, right? That they would have some basis of knowledge. Now, what I brought up that question to do, right? And why it is relevant. I'm gonna explain the relevancy because you said it's not relevant. No. You said it's not relevant. You said it's not relevant. I'm gonna explain why it's relevant. Right, so you are saying that because the whole point of this whole point, right, is to prove that this guy Ryu has adequate knowledge to make a claim, right, about Sukuna's strength in comparison to someone like Gojo's strength or the Horizon of Sorcerer's strength, right? Let me finish. I don't know why you keep interrupting me. You get mad when I get interrupt you, so don't interrupt me.
Can you just continue?
Yes, but you keep interjecting. So
you just tell I don't want to hear all the other shit. Go ahead.
I'm going to finish my point. I don't really care what you think or want me to say. I will. With the second you stop talking, yes, I will. So once again, right? If we're talking about him having adequate knowledge, right? Just because this person's a famous person, you are aware of Donald Trump, right? Or you're aware of Barack Obama, right? Your knowledge, right, on that person does not necessarily have to be to the extent to which you can make an objective claim about certain aspects of that person. Meanwhile, yes, someone who is closer to that field, someone who studies that field, yes, they can make that claim because they'll have more knowledge upon that person. Just because you are aware. Thank
you for conceding.
How did I concede?
Thank you for conceding.
Good.
You said
why did I concede?
People that are in that field would have more knowledge to make that claim on that field.
Closer to them in that field.
Wait a minute. We know that Sukuna is a sorcerer. We know that Ryu is a sorcerer. Shut the fuck up. Please shut the fuck up.
No, that's okay. So no, that's not okay. Yeah, that's you just did not understand what I said whatsoever. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. So once again, right? You can. So yes, one historian and another historian. Yes, if one studies another, what I meant by field is someone who studies that field. I literally said that prior in the recording too. I literally said studies that field, right? Someone who studies government officials. I've said that it's on recording. This whole thing's on recording. You can say I didn't, but I did. So once again, right? I was saying someone who studies that field, right? Who's in that field, essentially studying that field, right?
So I would need to study. I would need to study Barack Obama to know.
That's not what I said. That's just a straw man. That's not what I said.
So I'm gonna need to study Barack Obama to give an adequate, I don't know, explanation of his character.
Okay.
I don't need to study
DeadBoy. What I'm saying, DeadBoy, since you are very slow, right? It's simple.
Not slow at all.
You do seem to be very slow, right? It's very simple. It's very simple, DeadBoy. It's very simple. What are you gonna say? You're gonna say some corny shit. Yeah, say it.
You know the reason why I'm acting slow?
So you can keep up. You're about to say some corny shit. All right.
The reason why I'm acting slow is because when you debate someone and you just can't understand what they're talking about because their argument's incoherent, doesn't make sense.
All right, so why is my argument incoherent? No, DeadBoy, why is my argument incoherent? No, go ahead and prove. Why is my argument incoherent, DeadBoy? DeadBoy, why is my argument incoherent? No, why is it incoherent?
You just said someone who has a close relation to that person who is in the same field should give a better detailing on that person's character than someone who's not in that same field. I then give you an example of these people that are in the same field.
And I literally clarified. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You just went back to the same thing. You just went back to the same thing.
Stop. Don't get loud.
No.
I literally told you.
Bro, no one's getting loud. You're just repeating yourself.
You're repeating yourself. I literally told you why Ryu, based off your own analogy.
And I explained why that analogy, your interpretation of that analogy was wrong. I literally just clarified that, and you didn't say anything to it, and then you just went ahead and repeated yourself.
Okay, well, this is again not a debate, so I don't give a fuck enough to, tell you why you just switched what you were talking about earlier.
I didn't switch what I was talking about earlier. It's literally in the recording. I literally said people who study this field or are close to that person. I verbatim said that.
Can you continue?
So do you understand that's what I said? Because your current
Sakazuki. So do you think Do you think if I don't study that field, right, when I'm not close to that person, I can't give an adequate, details?
I don't think
that
you.
person's
Okay,
character?
so once again, right? There might be other factors that may cause you to have adequate knowledge, sure. But I'm saying just the idea of you being aware of this person does not automatically necessitate that you have adequate knowledge upon this person to make a statement about their strength.
Okay, so my fault. I thought you had a brain. What I mean by the way, I
Oh,
can
wow.
have
That was
adequate
really
knowledge
creative.
upon Donald Trump and Barack Obama and shit like that. I would say the same reason why I could go look it up and go tell you like their life story, where they grew up, who their daddies is, all their shit like that. That's what I was meaning. How we can just have adequate knowledge because we're in that same time period. Niggas are famous. When niggas are famous in a certain time period, people would know about them. Niggas knew about Blackbeard back in the day, right?
All right,
Niggas
so
knew about
okay,
shit.
so I'll just
okay,
okay. You made your point. You made your point. You made your point. You made your point. You just made a point. You just made a point. I should be able to address it. You just made a point. You just made a point. You just made a point. You literally just made a point. DeadBoy, did you not just make a point?
Can we just continue?
DeadBoy, you just made a point, so I'm going to address the point.
Can we just continue?
Yes, I'm asking so I can address the point. Can I address your point?
Can you just continue, bro?
Yeah, so can I address the point?
Can you just continue, bro?
So, yeah, can I address the point? Can I address the point? Yeah? Alright, cool. So, once again, right? This person, right? That you're saying is, like, you are able to just search it up and learn all these things about them because we live in the same time period, right? So, once again, is there something like the internet in JJK where they can just because this person is famous in their time period, right? They're going to automatically be able to search up everything about them? Yes or no, DeadBoy?
Hey, what? You said the fucking internet and JJK. Are you retarded?
Is there an internet in JJK? I asked you a question.
Are you retarded? Do you know how analogies work?
I'm going to attack the analogy. I'm just asking that question first.
Are you retarded?
Answer. It's a question. It's a simple question. Like you're asking to continue and progress. You keep asking to progress. You continuously ask to progress the conversation, yet you can't answer a simple question. I'm just asking you. Is there an internet? No. Is there an internet? No. DeadBoy. Is there? DeadBoy?
I'm gonna lie to you.
DeadBoy.
I can't keep talking to you if you're not understanding anything I'm saying, and you keep spitting out dumb bullshit.
I mean, the entirety of this has just been you saying that I don't understand what you're saying. And you're saying that you're right. So, of course, you're going to think you're right, and you think I don't understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying.
Please shut the fuck up.
I do understand what you're saying.
Wait. I was giving these dumb
Okay,
analogies.
if I'm able to repeat your... No, DeadBoy, if I'm able to repeat your analogy to you, if I'm able to repeat your analogy to you verbatim and explain it, if I'm able to... No. I will literally... No, you're saying I don't understand your argument. You're saying I don't understand what you... You said I don't understand the analogy. You said I don't understand the analogy, right? You're saying I don't understand the analogy, right? I will literally just repeat your analogy to you. You're saying I didn't understand it. I did understand it.
That's not what I said. I said, do you know how analogies work?
Yes, I know how an analogy works. All right, now since you asked me a question, I'm gonna respond.
How do analogies work?
All right, I'm gonna respond to an analogy. So you give a situation that is similar, obviously not the same situation, but you give another example, right? That's more. For usually what you want to do is give an analogy that's more relatable, understandable, to correlate that to another situation to come to a conclusion.
So what is the situation that I'm correlating to? Am I correlating the Wi-Fi or the way that people would know knowledge on
yes, right? So the way, what you just said, right? You're saying the way in which, for the first thing I said, right, is I said that, for example, someone who's just aware of this person would have less knowledge than someone who is a person who studies this field. And then your response was that this person who just is aware of them, right, in our day and age, right, since this is a famous person of this era, they can just go ahead and search up and find information about their daddy, about where they grew up, all that shit. That's exactly what you said. That is exactly what you said. No, that is exactly what you said. I mean, the VC heard it and it's on recording. That's fine. You can think you didn't say that. Cool. That's fine. I don't care. Cool. No, think you didn't say that. Think you didn't know. It's fine. I'll continue what I'm saying. I'll continue what I'm saying. No. I'll let you finish. No. I'm gonna finish my point. I'm just gonna keep talking. I will keep talking. I do not care. I'm going to finish what I'm saying. I'm going to finish what I'm saying. Oh wow, you really got me there. Wow, that was creative. Now I'm gonna finish what I'm saying. So once again, you said that this person, right? Because my first assertion was that this person with less, like this person that's just aware does not have to necessarily have adequate knowledge. You said this person can just go ahead and search up about Donald Trump or Obama and they'll know about this stuff, right? So the reason I then asked is, oh, is there like an internet in JJK? Is because once again, right, if this person that you're talking about in real life, once again, this guy that's just aware of Barack Obama and Donald Trump, right? Let's say they didn't have the internet to just go and search up, right? Like about these people and learn more and gain more knowledge, right? To gain that adequate knowledge, then that person would not have the knowledge if they can't go on the internet, right? So I just asked you, is there an internet or something of the sort in JJK in which if someone is just aware of Sukuna, right, they can then go ahead and get adequate knowledge upon him, right? Because what I said necessarily is that you are presupposing just knowing about this person makes you have adequate knowledge upon the person to make a strength claim about that person. So now you can go ahead and respond.
Yeah, something I said earlier in response to this. I'll just repeat it again, and we can just end this discussion here. Because again, this is not getting nowhere. Because again, you're just being ignorant. Yeah, I don't know if you just don't listen to me, or you just choose not to listen to me, or you just choose not to respond to what I'm saying, or you just don't know what I'm saying. My analogy was to like how people would know certain things or have adequate knowledge on these people would be from the certain fact, right, that in JJK it is a known legend, a known lore from Jujutsu sorcerers that know about Sukuna's lore. That's what I drunk back.
All right,
to
so
earlier.
once again,
Stop cutting me off. Don't cut me off. Please don't cut me off. Please don't cut me off. If you cut me off again, I'm going to get angry. I don't want to get angry with you, bro. I'm being real respectful. I'm giving you real respect. Everyone ever debated. So could you please just calm down? Please just chill, my nigga. The reason why I'm going to end this discussion is because multiple times I said earlier, right? In order for you to say this knowledge is wrong or these claims of Sukuna is wrong, you would have to say,
that.
Hey,
Never claimed that.
I never said you claimed anything, bitch. You listen to me. Fucking listen. Open your fucking ears, you fucking retard. I'm getting tired of this shit. I said, quote unquote, in order for you to say that someone's knowledge upon Sukuna is wrong, you would have to say every statement in the verse regarding 20 Fingers Sukuna is wrong. You have to say Gojo's knowledge is wrong. You have to say Tengen's knowledge is wrong. You have to say everyone's knowledge is fucking wrong because they're all getting it from the same source. The same source would be the fact that Sukuna's a known legend and he's known to be this the way he is. His legend is known. His legend is known to be the strong king of curses and shit like that. So what I'm saying is, Gojo's knowledge and Ryu's knowledge should be the same. Ryu should probably be better. It gives credence to that idea that it's better. The same reason how I would know more about Donald Trump like now than someone fucking 45 years in the future would know about Donald Trump because I live in this time period and I know every little thing he does. That's my analogy.
Okay, so are you done? Are you done now?
We can continue. I think we're done. I think.
No, I'm gonna address. Okay, you're done. Okay, then I'll just address what you said and then we can just end recording. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that works for me. All right. So once again, right? You're saying that since both of their knowledge is derived from lore, right, that they would then, right, have this that it's probable that what's his face, Ryu would have similar knowledge to Gojo. Now,
what I said.
That's not what you said?
That's not what I said.
All right, so go ahead and say it again. What'd you say?
I said it is disingenuous to say people are making knowledge claims and that hold no value on Sukuna when everyone should have the same knowledge because they're all getting it from the same source. I'm not arguing anything for probability. I'm telling you a fact that they all get it from the same source.
So you're arguing fact. Okay. Sorry, my bad for saying you're arguing for probability. All right, now I'll finish my concluding statement.
Wait a minute. The lore of what Sukuna is. I said Ryu's statement should hold more value, even though they have the same amount of knowledge, because he comes from he was alive at the same time 20 Fingers Sukuna was. So I'm saying, in order for you to say that this knowledge statement is wrong about Sukuna upon the series, you have to say every, which is completely disingenuous, and that will go against what the author is trying to interpretate. So all right,
can I respond now?
We can literally continue.
I mean, I'm going to give my statement. You said we're done after I give this statement, so that's fine. We can be done. I mean, I only have 15 minutes again left anyways. So I'll just give my concluding statement, and then we'll be done. All right, so you're saying that their information that they receive is derived from this lore, and that since that is the case, right? You're not saying it's probable. You're saying that it is the case that all these people, since they're getting their information from the lore, that it should be information that is like around the same level of knowledge. So that's why Ryu should have the same knowledge as Gojo, right? Have I said anything? Yeah, DeadBoy. DeadBoy? Because I don't want to strawman you. DeadBoy. Hello?
DeadBoy.
No.
No? Alright. So
from what I heard at least. I don't know, you probably did, but from what I heard, no.
If I probably did, like, do you want me to repeat that to make sure I didn't, like,
no, it's okay. It doesn't matter. There's no, like, just go ahead.
Alright. So, since, once again, you then provided an analogy in which you state, when we brought up this IRL analogy, right, of people getting information via this guy being famous, or it's quote-unquote lore, right, of Donald Trump, Barack Obama being famous, right, and then I said that one person and another person don't necessarily have to have the same amount of knowledge upon these people, because they can have different levels of different levels of basically knowledge, right? That, and you didn't contest that in any way. They can have different levels of knowledge in the analogy. You yourself called an analogy that you're comparing to this situation. Now, if you then within this analogy you agreed that two people can have different levels of knowledge, then you two now assert that these people all getting their information from this guy being famous makes them have the same amount of knowledge, is therefore wrong by your own analogy. So that's all I need to say. That's all. I'm ending recording there. That's all we need to say. Cool. Great. And then Ace.